Breaking news coming out today, January the 26th, 2025. As take a look at this post coming out on Truth Social about an hour ago. I was just informed that 2 repatriation flights from the United States with a large number of illegal criminals were not allowed to land in Colombia. Now, I'm going to share with you the entire post here in just a second, but let's take a look at the latest headlines so you can see exactly what is going on. Colombia's president says that he will not accept U.S. deportation flights. Gustavo Petro said on X that the United States should not treat Colombian migrants as criminals and needs to establish a dignified protocol before his country will allow their returns. So what we're hearing is that right now, the Colombian president has refused to allow those flights to enter into Colombia. The United States sending over all of those illegal immigrants that were sent over, they are not allowing them to enter in. Take a look here. Trump announces retaliatory measures after Colombia blocks military deportation flights from the United States. Trump issuing emergency 25% tariffs against Colombia after the country turned back deportation flights. Here's another one. And you can see these coming out in just about the past hour or so. Trump strikes back with retaliatory measures against Colombia for rejecting deportation flights. And also Trump announces immediate retaliation against Colombia after socialist president turns back U.S. deportation flights. Now, this one actually has a clip. Let's go ahead and play it so that way you can see it here. And we're going to be covering the actual post. And all these are going to be linked in the description below so that way you can see them for yourself. But let's play this for you very quickly so you can see it.
President Trump just moments ago announcing retaliatory measures against Colombia after the country rejected deportation flights from the United States. The measures include a 25% tariff on all goods coming into the United States from Colombia and a travel ban on Colombian government officials. We will bring you more on this developing story as we get it.
So there you have it, you guys. So we're going to be covering all of the details of this so that way you can see the latest as to what's going on. And I want to say thank you for all of the well wishes and prayers. Yes, I've got my camera off right now because since Thursday I've been sick with something here. I think it's COVID, might be the flu, but I've been running about 102 temperature since Thursday. Thursday and Friday I just kind of pushed through, wasn't feeling great. I saw some people could tell that I was sick, but yesterday I got hit pretty hard. Have had a massive headache, and yeah, I've been just hanging out around 102 degrees, got the chills, couldn't get out of bed. And today I'm feeling much better, but still very congested and sick. So I'm just going to leave the camera off and just go ahead and share with you guys, read the news articles so that way you can hear it, see it for yourself. And if you appreciate that, do me a favor, just hit that like button for me. And also, if this is your first time here, go ahead and subscribe. In the future, you'll be able to see me. I just have the cameras off because not looking the greatest right now, but still want to be able to share with you guys this breaking news. This is huge that Colombia is actually not receiving those flights. So we had seen, I'd shared with you the video footage of those illegal immigrants. They were going in, ICE was taking them, deporting them, capturing them, sending them over. We are seeing them sent in military planes. Massive deportation taking place. Colombia refusing to take back their people. And so I'm going to share with you what has been coming out in about the past hour or so that way you can see it for yourself. And as always, all of these articles are going to be linked in the description below, along with the Truth Social post that came out from Donald Trump, so that way you can see it and know that it is the latest. And like I said, if you appreciate that, hit that like button, subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. Why not? And also additional resources and other things are going to be linked down in the description below. But let's take a look at this Truth Social post from Donald Trump so you can get it exactly from the source here. As it was about an hour ago, it looks like it. He said, I was just informed that 2 repatriation flights from the United States with a large number of illegal immigrants were not allowed to land in Colombia. This order was given by Colombia's social president Gustavo Petro, who is already very unpopular amongst his people. Petro's denial of these flights has jeopardized the national security and public safety of the United States. So I have directed my administration to immediately take the following urgent and decisive retaliatory measures. Emergency 25% tariffs on all goods coming into the United States. In 1 week, the 25% tariffs will be raised to 50%. A travel ban and immediate visa revocations. on the Colombian government's officials and all allies and supporters. Visa sanctions on all party members, family members, and supporters of the Colombian government. Enhanced customs and border protections inspections of all Colombian nationals and cargo on national security grounds. IEEPA, Treasury, banking, and financial sanctions to be fully imposed. These measures are just the beginning. We will not allow the Colombian government to violate its legal obligations with regard to the acceptance and return of the criminals that they forced into the United States. So there you have it, you guys. So this came out from Donald Trump just a little while ago on True Social. Actually, let me see if there's a timestamp on this. 12:28 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. So roughly, or is that Eastern Standard Time or Central? It might be Central. I think it might be my time. Yeah, so maybe roughly an hour and a half ago, this came out from Donald Trump. Now, let's take a look at some more of these articles here. As you can see, he has rejected this. Headlines coming out left and right just recently. This one just coming out moments ago, or excuse me, about an hour ago. Trump issuing emergency 25% tariff. Trump strikes back with retaliatory measures against Colombia for rejecting deportation flights. This one says President Donald Trump pushed back on Colombian President Gustavo Petro on Sunday after Petro's regime refused to allow U.S. deportation flights to land in his country. The U.S. had sent 2 flights of Colombian illegal aliens from the U.S. this weekend as a part of Trump's burgeoning deportation program. Petro argued on X that the U.S. cannot treat Colombian migrants as criminals, leading to backlash from Trump. I was just informed that 2 repatriation flights from the United States with a large number of illegal criminals were not allowed to land in Colombia. This order was given by Colombia's socialist president, Gustavo Petro, who was already very unpopular amongst his people, Trump wrote on True Social. Petro's denial of these flights has jeopardized the national security and public safety of the United States. So I have directed my administration to immediately take the following urgent and decisive retaliatory measures, Trump continued. And these are the same ones from the post that we shared just a little while ago. Now, reading on, it says, a senior Trump administration official told Fox News Digital that the orders were a clear message that the countries, they have an obligation to accept repatriation flights. Petro has yet to respond directly to Trump's retaliation on Sunday. He initially condemned the migrant flights, however. The U.S. cannot treat Colombian migrants as criminals. I deny the entry of American planes carrying Colombian migrants into our territory. The United States must establish a protocol for the dignified treatment of migrants before we receive them, Petro wrote. Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, has warned that the administration's deportation program is just getting started. Officials are currently targeting illegal aliens who have committed violent crimes, but Homan has said everyone who has entered the country illegally, they will soon be on the table, as they said that the act of entering in illegally is an illegal act. So there you have it, you guys. Now, let me know your thoughts on this. He's saying that not all Colombians are criminals, so they should not be transporting them like they are. Yet they're saying the primary focus of the deportations right now is the deportation of criminals, those that have committed heinous crimes. And I shared with you the video footage of this taking place. So these, in fact, many of them we're hearing, if not all of them, the focus primarily is on violent criminals, and they are shipping them over, and Colombia refusing to take them. Now, also, in addition to that, let's go ahead and take a look at some video footage, as this, as I mentioned, is just coming out. Here's one from Fox Live Now that's going to also just kind of cover a little bit of what is going on.
We are following breaking news at this hour here on Live Now from Fox. You're taking a live look at the White House as we have learned that President Trump is now ordering action to be taken against the country of Colombia, saying, quote, I was just informed that 2 repatriation flights from the United States with a large number of illegal criminals were not allowed to land in Colombia. This order was given by Colombia's socialist president, who is already very unpopular amongst his people. His denial of these flights has jeopardized the national security and public safety of the United States. So I have directed my administration to immediately take the following urgent and decisive retaliatory measures. And he also just shared that information in a social media post. Some of those measures include an emergency 25% tariffs on all goods coming into the United States. In 1 week, the 25% tariffs will be raised to 50%. Also issuing a travel ban and immediate visa revocations on the Colombian government officials and all allies and supporters. Visa sanctions on all party members, family members, and supporters of the Colombian government, enhanced customs and border protection inspections of all Colombian nationals, and cargo on national security grounds, treasury, banking, and financial sanctions to be fully imposed. President Trump saying, quote, "These measures are just the beginning. We will not allow the Colombian government to violate its legal obligations with regard to the acceptance and return of the criminals they forced into the United States." This is a look right here of the social media post that he just issued there on Truth Social. That's on the left-hand side of your screen. On the right-hand side of your screen, that is a social media post by a Fox News journalist, Bill Maluzhin. As we continue to follow this breaking news, as we have learned that President Trump now ordering action to be taken against Colombia after 2 flights from the United States with a large number of illegal criminals were not allowed to land in Colombia. President Trump saying that the order was given by Colombia's president, and his denial of these flights, President Trump writes, quote, "has jeopardized the national security and public safety of the United States," and therefore he has ordered his administration to take a number of retaliatory measures, including emergency tariffs, a travel ban, revoking visas, sanctions, and also financial sanctions as well.
There you have it, you guys. So Trump not having it. He said that there will be 25% tariffs, and in a week it's going to be going up to 50% tariffs, along with all of those other restrictions hitting back as well, saying he is not going to have it. And let me know your thoughts in the comments, you guys. Here we have all of these illegal immigrants that have poured into the nation over the last roughly 4 years. During the Biden administration, we saw a massive influx of all of these illegal immigrants coming in. And again, like, they made the point that maybe not all of them are criminals or doing things. Some of them want to, a better life and things like that. However, right now, this current deportation effort is specifically focused on criminals. So we're hearing that the ICE has gone in and has captured a lot of these people that are repeat offenders, have done some of the heinous, most awful crimes. One individual we saw saying, "I'm not going back to Haiti," had over 16 counts of different crimes that this individual had committed. Some of these violent crimes. They are now capturing these people and they are flying them back to their countries. And then today we heard that Colombia said that they rejected those flights, would not allow them to land, told them to go back to the United States. As a result, Donald Trump is furious, and he is hitting Colombia with 25% tariffs. In a week, it's going to go up to 50%. And they're saying that Colombia has not responded yet to what Trump had to say. Let me know what you think is going on there. But do you think that the Colombian president is a little worried now with some serious tariffs that are about to be hit against them? Do you think he's going to change his tune? Let me know your thoughts. Do you think the Colombian president is going to change his tune now with this tariffs threat? If you think so, put a 1. If you think no, put a 2. But right now, this is some serious responses coming out. And I saw the vast majority of people in the comments saying that this is absolutely ridiculous, that Colombia would not receive their criminals back. They allow them to migrate and come into the U.S. We're just sending them back over to their nation as they've been sent over here. They've come through illegally. We're sending them back, and they're refusing to take back their own criminals. Man, But I see ones pouring into the comments as people are starting to say they believe that the Colombian president is going to change his tune. Although I'm seeing a lot of twos, though. A lot of people saying that they don't necessarily think that it's going to change the tune. So we will see. But right now, Donald Trump is not happy, responded back very quickly and said, that's fine. You will be hit with tariffs if you do not take back these criminals that have entered into the United States illegally that are here causing major harm to the U.S. And this is the biggest deportation effort in U.S. history we are seeing. So, man, and I see, what is this? The Mindo Martin is saying Colombia already backed down. Is that so? While we're live here, let me just go ahead and take a look. If so, that's coming out, breaking news while I'm live here. Colombia deportation. I'm just going to take a quick look here. Trump places tariffs, travel ban. Let's see here. Hey, if you can do me a favor and let me know, please send me the source to that. I am taking a look here in the most recent thing that I see. Actually, I'll put this on the screen so that way people can see me searching here. Is from The Hill 18 minutes ago. Let's take a look at this now. This isn't cited because I'm looking at it live with you guys. As you know, I like to cite all the sources, but let's take a look at this article coming out from The Hill from 18 minutes ago, because somebody's telling me that Colombia has already backed down as Trump has gotten very aggressive with them. And if they have, that was pretty fast. Way to go, Trump. Daily Mail, they're saying the Daily Mail. Okay, I'll take a look at the Daily Mail here in just a second. Trump places tariffs, travel ban on Colombia after not accepting deportation flights. President Trump on Sunday said he's placing the tariffs. I was just informed. The True Social post. Trump campaigned heavily during his last election. All right, so you said it was the Daily Mail, I think you said. Let me go ahead and see if I can find anything on there. Let's see here. And by the way, yes, thank you for the prayers. Yeah, I've been sick the past couple of days. I've just been pushing through. Thursday and Friday I actually still did videos, but I was running a 102 temperature and I had the chills. And Saturday I could not. Yesterday I could not even get out of bed. But I appreciate that, the prayers and the support, you guys. But right now, this coming out here, I just wanted to make sure I got this breaking news up, even though my camera's not on. Let's see here. The Daily Mail. Let me see if I can find anything here. As somebody's saying that Colombia has already backed down. All right, let's take a look at this article. I'm bringing it in. This, again, is not cited or sourced. We're looking at this live from the Daily Mail. It says, Trump imposes 25% tariff on Colombia after it blocked deportation flights as president enters first trade war. Donald Trump fired a warning shot at Central and South American nations on Sunday if they refuse to comply with the plans to send flights of deportation migrants back to their country of origin. The president announced on his True Social. Let's see here. Now, this is the most recent one that I see here. Now, you know, I'm looking through it. I still don't see it. All right, I'm still looking to verify whether or not Colombia has already backed down. If they have, that's pretty good. I'm just doing another quick search here to see if there's anything new coming out. All right, so somebody is saying on the Daily Mail, it is being reported that Colombia has already backed down, as Trump has already threatened them with this massive tariff hit because they refuse to take the planes. So I'm just doing a quick search here to see if we can find. I don't see it. So I'm not saying it's not possible. Someone's saying CNN. Okay, I see that Gary is saying someone said on CNN. Let me just double check here. So I'm not saying it hasn't happened. I just like to verify before I report anything. Now, what I can tell you is that this has happened, that that this post came out on Truth Social that they refused the planes. Let me just see here. I'm just going to do some quick searching here to see if there are any updates. CNN. Reporter details Trump's threats and retaliation after Colombia turned back flights. All right, so I have not seen anything, though, where it says that they have, where Colombia has backed down yet. Okay, so I'm not saying it's not possible and that it hasn't happened. I'm just saying that I have not been able to confirm it. So there are people right now in the chat that are saying that Colombia has already backed down as Donald Trump has threatened to hit them with some severe tariffs. However, I have not been able to see it yet. But at this time right now, what we're hearing is that they refuse to take the planes. And as a result of them refusing to take the planes, Donald Trump hit them with some severe tariffs. You can see right here, emergency 25% tariffs on all goods coming to the United States. And in 1 week, the 25% will be raised to 50%. There will be a travel ban and immediate visa revocation on the Colombian government officials and all allies and supporters, visa sanctions on all party members, family members, and supporters of the Colombian government, enhanced customs and border protection inspections of all Colombian nationals and cargo on national security grounds. IEEPA, Treasury, banking, and financial sanctions are going to be fully imposed as well. These measures are just the beginning. We will not allow the Colombian government to violate its legal obligations with regard to the acceptance and return of the criminals they forced into the United States. So, man, so this is huge news. Colombia looks like going to be made the example of here, as he's also sending this warning out to the other nations as well. We've seen a lot of them that were getting sent back. I shared with you that clip, and it was from all sorts of various countries. And the Colombian president said, I see Alex saying, I'm glad I stocked up on Colombian coffee. Yeah, man, that's really going to mess with them a lot. I mean, without a doubt, the United States is the economic superpower of the world. So Donald Trump really getting aggressive with tariffs and like some of the economic sanctions here, he could really put the strain on a lot of these nations. And we literally had heard this from Canada when he was discussing tariffs with Trudeau. He had told him, listen, like if you can't stop ripping off the United States to the tune of billions of dollars every single year, well, then maybe you should not be a nation anymore. Maybe you could be the governor of the 51st state of the U.S. And he's like, because we're not going to let you rip us off anymore. So really taking this aggressive approach from an economic standpoint is a very strong, aggressive negotiation piece from a point of power. This is our strong ground here. So Donald Trump coming in doing this is very wise, very strategic, and we're going to see, because I mean, what other negotiating pieces, what other response could Colombia actually have to this? Shane is saying CNN Michael Rios 28 minutes ago. All right, let me just double check. CNN Michael Rios, Colombia. All right, I'm just seeing here. Trump issues emergency 25% tariff against Colombia after the country turns back deportation flights. Okay, no, I'm still not seeing it. I don't know. I'm just trying to find it here while we're live. Yet I am not seeing any confirmation. So if you guys have seen it, I don't doubt it that it actually has taken place. But I just want to make sure that I can verify it before I come out and say it. So we will see. Yeah, my is saying hit that like button. Yes, I appreciate it. Please hit that like button if you haven't done so yet. So we're going to see what unfolds here. Some people are telling me on social media that they're seeing reports that, this has already been done. That the Colombian president has already responded and said he's giving in. Yet I have not been able to verify it, so I just want to make sure that I can before I report it. Somebody's saying it's on Fox now. Well, what I'm seeing is, let me just double check here. Colombian president and Trump. Let's see here. Trump orders sanctions on Colombia. I'm still just seeing that Trump responded back. I haven't seen the response yet from the Colombian president and him saying that he's willing to back down. I'm seeing Trump orders sanctions on Colombia. Trump orders tariffs. Trump says he will impose tariffs. But Trump orders sanctions on Colombia over deportation flights. All right, as soon as I get that verified, I'll let you guys know. But currently at this time, what I am hearing, though, for sure, what has happened in roughly the last 4 or 5 hours is that those plane flights that had illegal immigrants, they're saying the majority of them criminals, a large number of them were rejected by Colombia. Colombia said that when you can send them over in a decent way, these are human beings, then we will accept them. And Trump saying, no, most of them are criminals, and now you'll be hit with tariffs for not accepting your people back. President Trump fumed on Sunday after Colombia turned back 2 U.S. military flights carrying deported migrants, vowing to impose sanctions and an emergency 25% tariff on the South American country. And here is the social media post that we had just looked at a little while ago. 25% tariffs going up to 50%. He also called the travel ban. He called for visa revocation. All the stuff we saw from the social media post. These measures are just the beginning, he said. The angry post came after Petro blocked military jets' arrival. In a social media post, Colombian President Gustavo Petro didn't slam the door on it says Gustavo did not slam the door on deportation flights. But he said instead he demanded that the U.S. use civilian planes and create better protocols for how it treats deportees. Colombian migrants can't stay in a country that doesn't want them, he conceded. But they must be returned with dignity and respect for them and for our country, he said. We will receive our fellow citizens on civilian planes without treating them like criminals. So this is the stance that I saw from the Colombian president so far, is that he's saying we will receive them, but we won't receive them in the manner in which you're sending them back because they're not criminals. We want you to send them back like human beings. Yet at the same time, what we're hearing is that the ones they are sending back right now, they are criminals. And they did have to detain them and send them back in this manner. And they're doing it in a speedy way. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I think that the vast majority of people are this is probably going to be one-sided, but I'll still ask, do you think that this is an inappropriate means of returning them? If you think if you think that this is fine, that they shouldn't be here, and the majority of them are committing heinous crimes, some of the worst, and this is okay to just send them back like this, put a 3. But if you think that you agree with the Colombian president and you think that this is not appropriate and that they should be sent back on civilian planes, put a 4. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think here. And somebody's saying my article's too zoomed in. Yes, it is. I apologize. There you go. I actually had it on the screen that was for the videos. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, while you're dropping those 3s and 4s, or just 3s, yeah, I figured it was going to be pretty one-sided. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. I appreciate it a ton. And like I said, some people are saying that the Colombian president has already backed down, as he said that they refused those planes that came in today, yet he said he would receive them on civilian planes, but the majority of those on the planes we heard actually were criminals, that the focus of ICE in this first round was to get the criminals and to send them back. So the majority of the ones on these planes, they're treating them like criminals, because they are criminals. So right now, we will see what unfolds here. If he's going to take this hard stance where they need to send them back on civilian planes, yet take 25 to 50% tariffs, those are pretty aggressive tariffs. That's some pretty serious taxation. So we'll see if he changes his tune. Now, some people in the comments are saying that they already did. And I'm not saying it hasn't happened, just I've been searching while we've been live and I've been unable to verify it. Somebody's saying check CNN breaking news. Let's see here. If there is anything. Just going to do one last quick search here. All right, I don't see anything. I just still see the same response, but yeah. So Marcelo says, so where will the planes land then? Great question. From my understanding, they wouldn't let them land in Colombia, so I guess they're heading back to the United States. And then I guess I'm not really sure if they're going to change paths on how to send them or how that's going to work. But at this current time, we're hearing Trump is saying that there will be tariffs that will be hit, aggressive tariffs. Colombia is saying to send them over in commercial planes. So we will see. And I will keep you guys up to date. But that is the latest, you guys. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to stay up to date. If this is your first time here, it's totally free. Why not? And also, in addition to that, thank you again for all of the prayers and well wishes. I just checked before I went live. My temperature is down. I finally am under 100. I think like since Thursday, I've been at I've been bouncing around 102 to like 100. My temperature. Thursday did not feel good. Friday I felt a lot better, but I was still running a fever, but I did everything normal. And then yesterday I was just totally wiped out. I couldn't even get out of bed yesterday. I couldn't taste anything and had no energy, a massive headache. And then today I'm feeling a lot better. I got the strength to get out of bed. And I didn't think I was going to post anything today. I was just going to try to rest. But then I saw the news coming out today about this massive fight between Trump and Colombia. So I just wanted to hop on and give you guys an update. But I'm just going to leave my camera on black to spare you guys from having to see me right now. But I appreciate all the well wishes. Farmer Scott, thank you for the $2 super chat. Also, thank you for the other $2 super chat earlier. Whoever that was, I appreciate that. And yeah, but I will keep you guys up to date. Hopefully I am going to be improving here. I still run into a slight temperature, but hopefully I'll be much better. For the most part, I've been able to kind of muscle through it, but yesterday was not having it. But that is the latest, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.